Namaste to all. So today we shall discuss about applications of elastic behavior of the materials. So some of the applications we already see in day-to-day life. So the applications how we are going to use in day-to-day life we shall see. So some of the applications of elastic behavior of the materials are, so bridges are declared unsafe after long use. So here day to day life we are coming across this one. So how we shall see one by one. So next application, a metallic part of a machinery will get permanently deformed if subjected to stress beyond the elastic limit. So that is one of the second application. And third application, so in day-to-day life we are using cranes. So that is used to lift heavy loads from one place to another place. So that is one of the application of elastic behavior of material. And next property, so we are using to estimate the maximum height of a mountain. So you people already see the mountains in nature. So elastic property or behavior of elastic material that is used to estimate the maximum height of a mountain. And we are using in next application like bending of a beam. So these are some of the applications. So we shall see one by one with pictorially. So how it is going to take place. So here as we discussed, so we are using cranes is used to lift heavy loads from one place to another place. In the construction of buildings or in the construction of bridges, we are using cranes. So here as shown in the diagram, it is used to lift heavy loads because the metallic part used in to lift heavy load, that is, it is having more elastic property, therefore it is not going to break down. So here elastic limit of this bar is more. So if we apply large amount of force, even though it is capable to lift heavy loads in a larger quantity, therefore cranes are used in the construction of buildings, in the construction of dams, to lift a heavy load from one place to another place as it is shown in the diagram. So next application we shall see. So here next application. So here the bridge is shown here. So on the bridge the vehicles are moving. So here after the bridges are declared unsafe after long use. So why it is unsafe? So here the bridges are shown here. On the bridges so many vehicles they are moving from one place to another place. So why they are unsafe we shall see. So here they are unsafe, they are going to crack because of stress applied by the vehicles on the bridge. So here why they are unsafe, because so bridges are made up of iron and other materials. They undergo continuous stress and strain due to continuous flow of traffic on the bridges. So due to this, the material used in bridges loses its elastic strength after long use. So therefore the crackers are shown here, means it loses its strength, therefore it is going to crack. So this is one of the applications of elastic behavior of the material. And here next application. So here the beam is visible. So how the shape of the beam is? The shape of the beam, it looks like a I shape. So here beam used in bridges, it plays an important role in reducing the stress such that they can withstand the huge load of moving traffic and people. So therefore, in the construction of bridges or dams, I-shaped beams are used. So as it is shown here, the beams are used in the construction of bridges here. So this is one of the application. And next application, that is bending of a beam. So here this is the beam. So initially how the shape is? So the shape of the beam is like this. So here for the beam, L is the length, B is the breadth and D is the depth. So when we, so both end are fixed. So if we are applying large amount of weight is applied at the middle, so then it is going to bend. So that is shown here. So how it is going to bend? So bending of a beam is shown here. So here these edges are fixed. When large amount of force is applied at the middle, it is going to bend down. So bending of a beam is shown here. So L is the length of the beam, B is the breadth of the beam, D is the depth of the beam. So when we apply weight at the middle, it is going to bend. And here bending of beam. So when beam of length L, breadth B and D is the depth, placed on two edges is located at middle with the weight here. So it is shown here weight. So weight is nothing but we know weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So when we apply the weight at the middle, it is going, beam is going to bend. So because of applying force at the middle. Then depression in beam is given by the formula delta, or amount of bending in beam is given by the formula delta is equal to WL divided by 4 into Young's modulus B into dq, and Young's modulus of the material that represents, it is given by the formula Y. W is the weight applied, L is the length, B is the breadth and D is the depth of the beam, and amount of bending in case of a beam is calculated by this formula, where you can substitute in case of W, you can substitute W is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, and here Y, in that formula Y is Young's modulus of the material, and depression in beam can be decreased by the factors by increasing the breadth or by increasing the depth. So these two are the factors. By increasing breadth or by increasing depth, depression in beam can be decreased. So you have to remember. So this is one of the application. So next application. So we are using in order to estimate maximum height of a mountain. So how their elastic behavior of the material is helpful means elastic behavior of earth helps to calculate maximum height of mountain on the earth. That is next application. So next application we shall see. So here beam is shown here. In order to reduce the bending or to increase elastic limit of the beam for a given load, we should use the material with a large Young's modulus value. So here I-shaped beam is shown here. So in the construction of buildings and dams, the beams are used. The shape it varies. It may be round shape or it may be I-shape. So but we are giving most preference to I-shaped beam. Because why? Because so I-shaped beam reduces the weight of the beam without affecting its strength. Therefore we are using I-shaped beam. So here it is shown here, this is the bridge. On the bridge the vehicle are moving. So under the bridges, how they are constructed? By using the beam like a I shape. A bridge is designed with I-shaped grids so that it does not bend or break due to the load of moving traffic, because it can I-shaped beam. It has a capacity to lift large amount. And here different types of pillars or beams are shown here. It is a round shaped beam and it is I-shaped beam. So here the shape is different, but if you use in the construction of buildings or bridges, so here round ended pillar, so it support less load compared to this I-shaped pillar. Means, so it has a capacity to lift heavy loads, or it has a less capacity to support loads. So here round shaped pillar support less load and I-shaped beam it support more load. So here we are using I-shaped beam in the construction of dams or bridges. So this is one of the applications. So in the construction of houses, so we are using varieties of pillars and different kinds of beams. They are having different capability. And here shapes of pillar used in different shapes here as shown in the construction of house here. So here distributed shape pillars are preferred over rounded end pillars, because different beams or pillars, they have a different capability. So therefore in the construction of houses different shapes of pillars are used. So these are some of the applications of elastic behavior of the material.